Rachel, I want to ask you a provocative question because I respect your take on these things so much. You and I share the belief that Donald Trump's a threat to democracy, our institutions. I don't know that the stakes have been this high in modern history in a presidential election. Yet, I'm skeptical of polls. We all are. Trump continues to outperform Biden in key battleground states. Is there a world in which Democrats should have a backup plan for Joe Biden?
A backup plan?
If he needed to be replaced on the ticket. If we're 3 months out and Trump's still beating him in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, North Carolina.
I mean, I think the backup plan is run a better campaign, right? There's no reason that Joe Biden's record as a president is a very, very strong record. I mean, we are the economic envy of the world.
Right.
Doesn't mean our economy is perfect, but literally we are the envy of the world. We've got a better situation than anybody. We've got unemployment rates that we haven't seen in generations. We've got economic growth that any major country in the world would kill for.
Yeah, but that's not the information that they're getting on Fox.
Wait. But it's true. And so Biden hasn't been disqualified from running for the presidency by anything having to do with any of his performance. It's just that it's going to be a tough fight. Yeah. And so I think the backup plan is fight harder. Yeah. The backup plan is make sure you win the Senate. The backup plan is people should volunteer earlier and do more and give more money and do all of those things. And there's no reason, I think, to have it be there be this fantasy that Biden's not the president and that Biden isn't the nominee. He is, and he's going to be. And I think that's a fixed variable. When Donald Trump won the election in 2016, fair and square, he said it was rigged. He won the Republican primaries. He said they were rigged. He ran for re-election in 2020. Before the election, he said it was rigged. Then when he lost the election, he said it was rigged. He does not like elections. He does not like voting as a system by which we decide who's going to be the president.
Yeah, right.
When he was running for re-election in 2020, the Republican Party decided they were no longer going to have a platform. They abolished their platform and said, our new platform is whatever Donald Trump wants, we're for that.
That's right.
So if you don't stand for anything other than what he wants, you don't vote, you just put him in power. Yeah. And once he's there, nobody is allowed to disagree with him or say anything that he doesn't believe.
And what is that called?
That is what a lot of other countries all around the world have, and it is not democracy.
Right. Yeah.
And so he's trying to get rid of the American system of government, and that means getting rid of a government that does anything other than serve him, and that's what Project 2025 is all about. Yeah. And that exists everywhere in the world, and it has never existed here before. And so I really think the bottom line here is that Trump and his movement, they are not running against Democrats. They're running against democracy. Yeah. They're running against the democratic process. They want to radically change the kind of system that we have, the government that we have. Yeah. And we're alive as American citizens in that time, and we're going to be the ones who decide if the American system of government survives or if it's taken over instead by a strongman authoritarian form.
Right. And this is what Steve Bannon wanted.
Yeah.
And predicted.
Looking at Richard Meadow was being interviewed. We all know Richard Meadow. Richard Meadow talked about, she was being asked about the campaign, that do she think dropping Biden would be a good one? Because there's no more time. It's like election is almost coming to a time. So would that be a bad idea that election is at the corner, they want to drop President Biden to take someone else? What does she think? She said that President Biden will be a very good candidate, and he has been a good candidate. All of us see that the economic has been booming. People don't more have student loan. Compare the American economic to the war. Like the war is hammering the American economy, which means that the president is doing a good job. Just pulling the president like that is not a good option according to her. So what the Democrats have to do is that they have to put more in force there. They have to campaign more. They have to go to the forefront and fight. They cannot just sit without doing much. They have a lot of work to do. They cannot just sit without doing nothing. They need to campaign more. Their voice needs to be heard more. They need to show and prove themselves that they can win. They're on the winning side, not allowing the Democrat to win them woefully. So they really have to do better as a person. They cannot just sit like that. That's all he's going to advise. So the Democrat have to work hard. Pulling President Biden, to him, to her, basically, the age does not have nothing to do. It's a result you want to see. They're talking about him being feeble. To him personally, all those things have been seen, but he has been doing so well. He has been performing. The result actually is a good one. So why will you pull somebody who have a very good result because of something that you cannot really have a basic and proof of? She went ahead and talked about President Donald Trump. That President Donald Trump, according to her, President Donald Trump does not want to accept failure. He's somebody that he always believes that if he doesn't get his way, just as the doctor said, according to the women in the view, Dr. Fauci said, that if you don't approve to his way, or he's going to fight you. He will not allow you. He cannot stay on the side without being the winner. He wants to be the winner at all times. So if he does not win, you're in trouble, according to the women in the view. So that's what happened. So he will not win. He claimed that they rigged the election when they won him 2020. Whatever he has been ripped above, he always believed that the election has been rigged. According to President Donald Trump, he doesn't want even election. He just wants appointment like the other country in the world. And that's what they have been doing. They have been appointing. They have not even been voting. So President Donald Trump is looking for that type of situation. That even they put in the president, he just wants to be appointed. He don't want no election. He wants to be like a dictator according to the people. So he doesn't even want. So they have been working hard and they have been talking about that, which cannot happen. They talk about Republican is all about 2025. So the Americans have to get up and be looking at 2025. What is 2025 talking about? 2025 is against abortion. Even in the scenario that the woman's life is at risk. We all know about ectopic pregnancy. They have to take that babies out. There's someone that the woman with miscarriage and particle remain in her. So they have to do that evacuation to take out that baby. So the Republicans said, according to 2025, Project 2025, they don't care. If you have such a scenario like that, you should just die. According to the women in review, they talk about that. Project 2025 also talk about birth control pill. Women's rights will be seized. So you cannot even have no birth control pill. You keep having those babies, or you could have no more. So if you have 10 babies, so they are looking for a way that people have children that they cannot take care of. Then they will be leaning on the government. So the economic system will be bad. There will be a lot of crimes wave will increase. Because sometimes the mothers, the parents cannot afford all those children. So they will be forced. The children will be forced to commit those crimes. They talk about IVF. No more IVF. Some women depend on IVF. If there's no IVF, some people will not even be able to have children. Some leaders today are from IVF. So those particular people could have never even existed. Because they talk about abusive marriage, no divorce. So no matter how abusive the marriage is, you will stay in that marriage. You will die there. There's no reason for you to divorce your husband. Even in a domestic violence situation, there's no care. You have to stay there. They talk about being that, even the Bible talk about that a woman have the right. If you are tired of your husband, if your husband cheat on you, even the Bible said you can leave the man alone. So that was Richard Madoff on about President Donald Trump. What do you think about that? Do you support what she's saying, or are you against it? Let me see on comment on the comment on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. Sharing the video will make it visible, and this will help to promote the video and encourage us to keep putting new videos daily. Thank you very much. God bless. Please help subscribe and help share the video. Sharing the video will make it visible, and this will help to promote the video and encourage us to keep putting new videos daily. Thank you very much. God bless. Please help subscribe and help share the video. Sharing the video will make it visible, and this will help to promote the video and encourage us to keep putting new videos daily. Thank you very much. God bless.